Hey guys, how's it going? WebHub Sisanti here. In this video, I'll basically help you on how you can remove connections from your LinkedIn. Well, this is my friend's account. I'm back on my friend's account, Vineet, who has a Sales Navigator account, right? Let me quickly do this. That's a post of mine that I posted a couple of days back. Look at this, 511 likes, 96 comments. Well, I cannot plan this, right? It's impossible for me to plan this. But again, this is a post that I posted. Quite a few of you must have already seen this because obviously you'd see the post and then the content would go out. So obviously, right? Any which ways, in this video I'll quickly run you through how you can remove connections. First of all, you need to figure out what are the kind of connections that you want to remove. I already had a chat with Vineet and he was telling me the kind of connections he would like to remove, right? Well, the kind of connections that Vineet wants to remove are people who are students in his basically in his profile, all the people who are students and people who have actually, you know, basically he says a lot of students reach him out and he doesn't have the time to help him out, and he had added a lot of people when he really didn't want to, like, I mean, you know, request came in and he kept adding. So he wants to remove students. Well, I would respect his opinion, but again, right, you can find the right set of people who you would want to remove. Well, the easiest way to do it is basically, if you have a small list of connections, you can go to see all connections, and if you have like 500 connections like he does, it will take you like probably what, 10-15 minutes to go through all of them, skim through them real quick, right? And just decide on what you want to do. The other thing that you can actually do is, let me figure this out, you go to settings, right? uh, who can see your connection, emails, da, 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 da. Give me a second. Download your data. You can go to download your data and you can say all the connections. You know, once you do this, it'll take a while and you can basically get a CSV of everyone who you're connected. Before some time it used to give the emails also. It doesn't give emails anymore, but let's say you have 1000 or 1500 and you clearly want to see who are the people. This is a nice way of doing it, that is, you can have a good idea, right? But just for this example, I'm gonna look for the keyword student. I would say connections, first level connection, and boom, there are 194 people who have the title as student, right? Well, if this guy is a person who is not a student anymore, for example, Vivek is a college friend of mine, we studied together, but he basically has student, even though he's not a student anymore, but still has a student. That basically means he's not active on LinkedIn. So there's no point of having him as a LinkedIn connection anymore when I have limited real estate, right? So I would want to remove all of these guys. Well, the way to do it is either you can, you know, quickly open each of these profiles, click on more, and basically remove connection. You can do this. As you can see, the connection is removed. This is one way of doing it, and if you have, like, let's say 190 or 200 odd, then you should basically do it manually, because hey, how long will it take? I would basically keep opening them in new tabs and then start disconnecting with them. It'll probably take 20 minutes for me to disconnect with everybody who I don't want, who I don't want. But let's say this number is somewhere like 5000. Well, now if you do it manually, it's going to take forever. You want to automate that. For that, I have a tool for you. It's called LinkedIn Helper. There's a couple of tools: LinkedIn Helper, DuckSoup. These are Chrome based extensions. Yes, I've warned you against using such tools, but again, right, you gotta do what you gotta do. If you're using these tools just for removing connections, let's say you'd be using it for a couple of weeks, I think it should be fine in most of the cases. All right. So again, right, using these tools are not safe, but again, right, if you really want to automate the stuff, you will have to use any of these tools because there is no other way. The reason why I chose LinkedIn Helper is because it comes with a 14-day free trial. As you can see, try for free. And the other beauty is, here's a quick hack. Once you're done with those 14 days, you can just write, you can go to help and just write them an email saying that, hey, my 14-day free trial is over, but I was not able to test out the tool in a complete way. Can you extend my trial? If you do that, they're going to extend it by 14 more days. It's super cool. It's basically a Chrome plugin. You can click on download, and for free trial, go to Chrome Web Store. Once you download this is how the plugin looks like. It's called LH, that's LinkedIn Helper. And the way to use it is this. Once you have the search, let's say you have this keyword, it automatically pops up in the right bottom. You can see this, it's called LinkedIn Helper, and says drag me. Just tap on this, it opens up this. Right now, there are a lot of things that LinkedIn Helper can do, but I suggest you not to use any of such things. I would strongly suggest you to stick to the basics here and just use LinkedIn Helper to remove connections and uninstall it. And it should not take you more than 30 days. As you can see, I have a 10-day trial still remaining. Click on these 3 lines here, go to first level, and then you can see connections remover, where LinkedIn Helper works in a 2-step basis. That is, first it collects the list of people and then it does the action like any other tool, right? So for collect, you can create a list. You can see there's already a list called as a remove list that I have. You can just create a new list, and then once you have it on the search page, that is, you have a list of people to collect, let's say by typing whatever you want and by setting up the right features. Once you have this, click on collect contacts for this example, and then once you hit collect contacts, once you have a list, you can go to this remove and you can hit start removing. Right, you can see I've already removed 1100 people, and there are more 724 people on the chart, that is on the list. Well, any which ways, let me quickly show you how to do it. Go to create new, let me call it Vineet test. I already did that for one of my clients, so I have it right there. Right, once I do that, let's say I need to collect all this, I click on collect contacts. You can see it's automatically scrolling. I'm not doing any such things. You can see it's automatically scrolling, and it moves on to the next page automatically. Here you can see it says 10 people collected. It's automatically rolling just like human. It tries to emulate human behavior by scrolling, waiting for some time, and all that stuff. But sadly, LinkedIn can detect it, so don't overdo it. Just use it for this. Again, it's not safe, but again, right, if you really have to do it, just use it for this. All right, so if you leave it, it would go on collecting all of them. There are around 20 pages. I would say stop collecting for now. It has stopped collecting now. Now all you have to do is go to remove. All right, you can see there are 40 people in queue, and just for this example, I'm gonna start removing. Just click on start removing and leave it. You can see it automatically open the profile. This guy is already disconnected, but it was there in the search, so it stays. You can see on the left side here, it gives up a box talking about wait time and so on and on and on. There you go. Next action will start in 1 second. Boom, it clicks on that button automatically, as you see, and it loads the next profile. Again, it scrolls to the bottom as if you're checking the profile out, because that is what it's trying to emulate, a user behavior. Waits for a couple of seconds, clicks on more button. By the way, guys, I'm not doing anything. If you can see, my mouse is not moving. It's all being done automatically. Alright, so that is what it does. You can already see it has removed a 2, and you can see remove per period is 140 and break of 1 hour. That means it removes 140 connections, waits for 1 hour, and again starts removing the next 140. Well, there is something that you should definitely know about this. That is, if you want LinkedIn Helper to work, it has to be an active tab like this. If you open up a window next to it and start working, it will stop working. Right? And also your computer has to be on for this to work, because it's emulating on your browser. Well, the only way to work around that is, what you do is you drag and drop this to the bottom like this, right? Open a new tab. You can see it in the bottom, it's running. You can see in the bottom space. For this example, you cannot see. Let me quickly do this for you guys. You can see, you can leave up space like this. You can keep it in the bottom. Make sure there's a small part of it being visible, and you can start working on here. You can work here, it'll keep running. But once you maximize this, it'll stop working again. Alright, so that's how you make it work in the background. Well, before this removes any more connections, I'm gonna stop it. All right, you can see it already removed 6 connections, right? So that's a basic automatic way to actually remove connections and cleaning up your profile. All right, I hope this made sense. Again, guys, once you're done, make sure you delete this one and don't let it be. Just remove it. And also, you have 28 days without spending a dime to use this tool. So boom, you're good. All right, guys, that's more about it. See you on the next one.